Boom, 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 boom.
Get your phone off.
Welcome everybody. It's gonna take a few seconds for people to get all the way tapped in or checked in, tuned in with us. It's Coffee and Coffee Time, Dope Vibes Only Podcast. We are in this thing, man, and we got a special guest today in the studio. We have some estrogen in here, but supreme being nonetheless, man. But I'm not gonna introduce her. I want one of our esteemed co-hosts here, Mark.
Yo.
That felt like shade, you know?
to introduce our guest for today. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. Man, listen, this is one person I've introduced so many times. I feel like I should be the official person that travels with her where she goes and just like throw the rose petals out when she's out
man.
and blow the horn. Hear ye. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and in-betweens, haters and lovers of life, I want to present to you the next person on the scene that you probably not heard of, but you will very, very soon, and you'll be glad that you did. This person hails all the way from New Mexico to Norman to Oklahoma City to Edmond and all over the world. All over. She's internationally known and locally loved and respected.
Okay.
She is.
Okay.
She is the creator, the mind, the vision of the Utopia Plastics brand, which has taken over the universe from the 99 to the 2021 and beyond. She is. You've seen her on Channel 459, PBS, HBO, Cinemax, and Showtime. She's all over your screen, your phones, your iPads.
Yes, sir.
She is right below the FICA line on your taxes, because she's touching everything. Hands down, the most creative and most relevant person I know in the state of Oklahoma. She is Miss Sharina Perry. Welcome in.
Thank you for that sketchy introduction.
I know.
Right.
You said it was sketchy?
Hey.
It was all facts from where I'm sitting, man.
I stopped
All
it
facts.
when he was throwing out the petals. I'm like, go clean them up.
Hey, you know people say if I had your hands, I cut mine off.
Right.
I would take your hands with the French tips and all to have what you got going on right now. I'll rock them. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Meet me at the Pank. I got that kind of shit going on. It don't even matter.
You said meet me at the Pank.
Meet me at the Pank. I'll wear her nails right now to be in her shoes. I'm telling you.
Man.
I just don't.
You got some shoes on. What are these?
What?
Some leopard print with the spikes on. What are
I'm
these?
checking them out.
She didn't know that kind of show. We check out the fresh.
Yeah. We got check you out, man.
Y'all
Those are
could have
the
said
leopards.
all of this before we went live.
No.
but hey,
Oh, no.
That's
Listen, y'all, for all of our viewers watching, while we're on the air, we want you to get your Busted Challenge videos ready. We're going to give somebody some Utopia plastic straws.
No, we are not giving straws.
We're
with
giving
the
out
Busted
Utopia
Challenge.
plastic straws for the winner of the Coffee and Coffee Busted Challenge competition.
Heck yeah, man. As you should.
Yeah, we should.
But
It's for the culture. Stop it.
for the culture, Sharina?
It's for the culture.
Why not?
For the culture, okay. We're here about something else for the culture.
Okay. Well, Sharina, my dear,
Sitting around a Busted Challenge.
you and I was having a conversation about how you can impact the community economically. You get to going on these tangents with all this stuff that I don't always understand. So at a certain point, you start sounding like Charlie Brown's school teacher. I be listening, my eyes be open, like wah, 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 wah. You said, I'll put it together. Don't worry about it. I'll put it together. I'll come on the show and we'll do all of this. So you have your trusty laptop that's folding down. I've never seen nothing like it towards you. And it looks like some kind of presentation on it. Now, Roscoe, do you have the
Let me get the good stuff up. Sharina comes prepared.
Right.
Man. It's like she's not playing around. I'm gonna send this over. So yeah. Hold on. Let me get it. On the
So
screen.
I'll a little bit about why this came up because of the comedy show last week at ICE.
Okay.
As I was preparing to leave, my boys texted me and said, will you get us something to eat and bring it home?
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And then I looked at how much I spent. I looked at that particular day. I looked at how many people were in the audience. And I thought, we talked about COVID. We talked about the struggle. What if everybody here intentionally chose to spend money once a week?
Okay.
And what it could do to the community, because we're going to spend money eating out,
Right.
but it's we can actually demonstrate in our own ways how we do multifaceted things. We do intentional spending. We help keep businesses that matter in the community in business, and that we can individually, it sometimes seems too daunting to accomplish something, but we can do a small
It's not you, it's the pub. Go ahead.
we can do a small amount and make a big impact when we use numbers. So I thought we developed a model, and what I did
Go for
was
it.
put together a model, and I started thinking about it that night. And I
Okay.
put together a model that combines multiple models that I'm familiar with. And so I pitched it to you. So here we are a week later.
Okay.
The plan.
You fancy? You got light bulbs on it. This is what you do when you go out to the big boy meetings. Look like. Yeah, this is nice. I mean, I can just tell by the cover of it. It's nice.
Well, thanks.
It's nothing I would have done at Langston University. One of my girlfriends would have done it for me. I couldn't do all this.
Oh, yeah, that's usually what happens.
No, I would write it on a piece of paper, but they would. I couldn't type.
No, they added all the content. You had the framework.
Right, so I did it my
outline,
own
they filled in
work.
the content
I had my girlfriends
with
of
the
all
goal
night
of
typing on
helping you
papers.
thrive, and then they didn't realize you were somebody else over here was probably doing the same thing for you for.
It's the same
each
thing as an
course.
author. An author says, I wrote a book. That says they write it out, but somebody else just types the edits. But I said, wrote the book. That's all I'm saying.
But then it gets titles like autobiography, biography. It's like it has labels to it.
So this is your brainchild. You did this.
Yes,
For the culture, too.
for the culture.
And you're going to launch a Black
Because
History Month.
who is the curator of the culture?
Yeah, I am. I'm a curator. I'm a curator. I can't say I'm the. I don't have the platform of those who got, various ways to get information out. But I'm a ground level drum major for Black causes.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. So I think too, like, I'm big on the fact that I think as a culture sometimes we're extremely reactive. And I talked to Brosco about that. And so when we respond and we're always reactive, then the circumstances that surround what we do sometimes don't yield the results that we want. But if we train ourselves to start taking an ownership and being proactive, we minimize the circumstances and situations we don't want to exist in. So I'm big in developing those in my life and also in the things that I affect or impact. So, you got the slides ready?
We ready, man.
All right.
Let's do it.
So, I'll share with you, this idea was an intentional community rotational economic model for the culture. And the idea was to help basically make a bottom line impact February Black History Month for ICE Event Center.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm rolling with you. Whenever you tell me to go,
All
we're
right.
going to go.
Next slide. It comes with, what I did was I took 3 concepts and I took the key parts of those concepts that were important or that stood out to me. Intentional spending, and I highlighted here on the screen, intentional spending can impact your day-to-day life, allows you to take control, it formulates a solid foundation, it builds goals and strategies, and it is a leader to financial freedom. The next thing I analyzed was community economics. It's community-based economics, encourage local substitution, practice voluntary simplicity, urban economics, and it's moral and local purchasing. So the idea is it's simply voluntary that we can affect the economics in our community.
Who are the Mennonites?
The Mennonites are communities of people that live in a very minimalistic way. They create their own lifestyle living.
Okay.
And but that is how they move themselves.
Yes, I'm the
Amish
only one who didn't
communities
know
where
that.
they're self-sustaining.
Do you know what a Mennonite was? And you
Not
sat
before
there.
just now.
Right, you sat there and let me be the one to ask. I'm sorry, I had to throw that in.
Well, you notice I didn't highlight those in the slide because a lot of times these communities have, I think, when they're shared, have a negative connotation with it, which they're not. They're really about self-sustaining models where they have their own systems of how they govern themselves.
Okay.
But they're good. I mean, they create a holistic approach to life, and they usually are high morals in those communities.
That sounds like something we need in Black culture in general.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And that, I think it all stems from, we have to have each other, hold each other accountable. Sometimes, again, talking about that being reactive, we find ourselves kind of blowing with the wind sometimes. Okay, this person likes this, we co-sign on it, we don't do any research of it, we don't develop a system for it, and then the next thing we know, we're in a different place or space we don't want to be. So I think collectively, we can make our communities, if we intentionally choose to, the type of communities we want to live in.
Okay.
I'm with you.
It's okay that I do ask questions as we go.
Oh,
right?
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
I don't know everything.
The next part that I combined with it is sector rotational economics. That's highly involved in investing strategies. What it is it pays attention to how industries move and shift. And so oftentimes that's how investors decide where they're going to move their money to. It's also kind of sometimes how you may decide what's going to be into a mutual fund.
Okay.
So it's the movement of money. It moves in reasonably predictive cycles. Companies that dominate them thrive or languish depending on the cycle. And it's investment strategy that is based on sector rotation. And so we're talking about planned spending, intentional spending in the community by an investment strategy to yield the results that we want. And that's kind of the way that I operate and just how I build strategic effective models to help businesses become very effective. It's not just taking one model, it's taking multiple models that I identify that can yield the results and pulling the aspects of it and then creating my own model.
Okay.
Hence, how I developed even my Utopia model, which is combining farming, processing, manufacturing, and distribution along products that are distributed in everyday items.
So what is the most difficult part of that? Because it sounds like just to make it simple for me, you pulling from here, and you creating your thing. Have you ever pulled from the wrong place and didn't realize it until the model didn't work or something? Or is that how you realized that you might have, taken a left when you should have went right, so to speak? No,
because the first thing I look at is what result do I want to achieve?
Okay.
So I build backwards from there.
Okay.
So if I want to, like in this, I'm looking at, okay, I'm spent this dollar amount equal $30. I'm multiplying the number of people in the room. I'm looking at that and then, okay, this is a model that could help. If we do it, what strategy can be put in place to achieve the result we want?
Gotcha.
And we can demonstrate it. Like, we don't have to leave it to just isolated ice, but we can literally take control and help the businesses in our community stay in business rather than relying on outside. And we're already people that patronize those businesses. It's just now deciding, okay, this is what I'm going to conscientiously choose to do to create the outcome that I want.
It's like I was watching this in a very elementary surface level example in real life of someone doing that. It's like an episode of Good Times I watched when they had a rent party for somebody in the building that couldn't pay their rent. Everybody was intentional about their spending. They went to the party, contributed financially so that this person get the result that they want, which was their rent paid. You know what I'm saying? And that was the community coming together for one common cause. So I think that this mindset and attitude is definitely needed within our community because that's one of the things that we lack. You see it everywhere else. Just riding up and down classing.
I think that we should only be reactively responding to uncontrolled disaster.
Okay.
That's the way I feel like.
Okay.
I feel like that it should be accidents that we respond to, not things we could prevent if we paid close enough attention. Now, the events of, if we had these type of models in place, we could have identified them like when COVID hits and you see businesses around you suffering. Hey, we already have this model in place. Let's execute that model.
Right.
And the goal with this is to put a model in place in the community that we decide we're going to collectively execute.
Okay. I'm with it. So this is not like the Susus that came out, like, 'cause that was a model that was put into the community too. And I'm not trying to dumb down what you're talking about, but I just really want to point out the difference between real group economics and something that just kind of comes through. You know what I mean? And it might be misunderstood, so it could be misrepresented as well. I think that by making it plain and putting it in perspective of a business that we all know and patronize already, you can really see how that would work out.
That's exactly right.
You know what I
can
mean?
see the results. And
Yeah.
I felt like ICE was definitely the best candidate to do it.
For sure.
Also because, we all know the events surrounding ICE not long ago. And then
Right.
even just trying to come back through COVID. And at the end of the day, we all want ICE to survive, and we all want it to be a place that, as a community, we're all happy sending. I love to see it. I talked to Mark about, as I bring people to the city, I want to take them to ICE.
Yeah.
For a meal, and different people from different backgrounds. I have brought them there, and I want to be able to continue to do that.
Yeah, man. I think it's important. I think it's important that just we as a community just understand that this is how your business is sustained for generations over time, is people are intentional about supporting that business. It's not about how you personally feel. It's about the greater goal of seeing that business be successful because of what it means to the community.
Right.
His name is Jamel Perry, man. He's going to be the guest on the Chop Shop, and he wants to actually offer his services to a friend of mine because of what that friend means to the city. You know what I mean? It's like, he going through something, I want to do something for him, and it don't cost him nothing because he's important to the city. So I think that mindset of thinking beyond yourself for the greater good of everyone is something that needs to be contagious. You know what I mean? That's how this works.
I think so. And the other part is, a lot of times people want to do it, they want to get involved, but they don't know how to.
True.
They don't know where to start, they don't know what to do. So sometimes we can pull together our ideas and create a starting point that guides people or guides the community to achieve the result we want.
I was talking to, I think, Jay Wig, and I was talking about just comedy in general. And I was saying that I'm happy to have a facility to do black comedy. I've been doing black comedy over 20 years. And I said, but if I stop doing black comedy tomorrow, we literally have to go outside of our culture to get it.
Yeah.
We have to ask someone outside of us to get our art. And that bothers me. It really, really bothers me. And I intentionally do it because it's one of the arts that I think we do well in. I mean, we're the top grossers when it comes to movies that are funny, the Kevin Hart's of the world, the Will Smiths of the world. They demand top dollar because of the talent that we bring. So I think that's one of the arts that we're very good at in our culture. But I think it'll be a shame because right now it's me, the Looney Bin, and it's Bricktown Comedy Club.
Wow. You
take ICE Event Center and the comedy offerings out. You want to go see a black comic, you literally got to ask somebody outside of yourself to go see that.
Yeah.
That makes me sick.
Yeah, man.
Being honest, it makes me sick because nobody else has to go through that.
Yeah.
The black people are not the gatekeepers of white comedy.
Yeah, you're right.
Think about that. You can't even imagine a scenario where to go see a up and coming or a white comedic star, you had to go ask somebody on the east side to go do it.
Right. Not gonna happen.
But that's where we're gonna be, if something like that happens.
Yeah, I agree.
Just a thought.
I agree, man. Yeah. What else we got, man?
All right, let's move to how it works.
How it works. All right. How it works.
All right. So how it works is, you all see it on the screen. The goal is to have 200 people sign up to participate. And just so you know, I have commitments from alliances, from people that I'm involved with to help us facilitate this. Katrina Tompkins, she is a part of my Utopia team, a good friend of mine. She oversees and is a management over software with federal contracting. She does a lot of our development, so she is structurally standing by, developing as we roll this out.
Okay.
So each person is assigned one day of the week for 4 weeks to spend a minimum of $30 on their given day. So if my day is Monday, I spend intentionally $30 at ICE on Monday. each week for 1 month. So 50 people are assigned per day. And we're doing this for 4 days. So those days we'll discuss in this as to what right now ICE is not closed. It's closed on Monday.
Right.
I asked Mark for this model and for Black History Month to open up on Mondays.
Okay.
So it's important because if he's opening his doors on Monday, we need your support. We need you to come, 50 people, to intentionally spend on that Monday. Because if you don't, we know at that point he lost money, but he's opening up for this model. And we plan to run this model Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Those are the 4 days.
Okay.
Each person is assigned a purchase code. Purchases include all promotions and for sale items. That includes food, beverage, adult beverage, event tickets, gift cards, donations. So let's say that I decide I'm going to participate, and I'll mention Mark's good friend Tammy from Houston, who does not live here. Maybe Tammy decides she's going to buy a gift certificate and it's going to be donated so somebody else can eat in the community. Mm-hmm. Imagine that good. Now she's supporting, so it has the ability to extend further than just eating. Or maybe I know I'm not going to be available and my day is Monday, but I know that there's another family that would appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm going to gift my $30 spend. I'm going to spend it and have them go get the food.
That's super dope.
It's like also opening up for your blessing. Yeah. So then the ticket total must be a minimum of $30 that particular day. This is intentional with the purpose of tracking. Amount does not carry over from one week to the other. So for example, if my day to spend is Monday, February the 1st, I'm sorry that didn't end up as a 1, and I spend $50, the model still requires me to spend $30 each following Monday.
So you can't be like, I spent 50 last week, so I'm just gonna put 10 on it this week because that 20 carry over.
No, because we're still talking about intentional behavior.
I got you.
It's about what we're choosing to do.
I got
and
you.
That doing the other takes away our intentionality and now sets us up for excuses. It's in behavior.
True indeed.
We are going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. If I overspend, nope, that's what choice I made. So that's the difference of now this is a choice rather than the other.
Okay.
So whether I'm in-state or out-of-state participation, and basically how we built out the event attached to it, anybody in the world can participate.
Gotcha.
Sign up in day order. So it's not a program or a model that you're going to pick your day that you do it. You're the first 50, you're Monday. You're the second 50, you're Tuesday.
Gotcha.
Because you're intentionally helping. Now, if I decide I'm going to help a business, should I then be like, I want to pick what your need is?
Nah.
That's kind of the other thing that we do. We just say we want to help somebody, but then we decide what their real need is.
Right.
We don't listen to their need. We create their need and the solution for them, and then we get frustrated when they don't accept our version of what.
Yeah, I totally
it's
get
a
it,
Behavior
man. People
thing.
do that though. That's the human nature thing.
That's
but now
exactly
I'm with you.
right.
So that's why being intentional matters. You
It
know
does.
what I mean?
That's right.
For sure.
So sign up will begin now and will conclude January 24th, 2021.
Okay.
And the goal is we'll be launching this on right now. Sign up will be now, and there's the next slides that show it. But we'll start sending out the emails intentionally on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And the program launches, or the model launches on February 1st, Black History Month. So now let's move to the revenue goals.
Gotcha.
So it's a numbers game.
Okay.
Each person monthly spending is $120. $30 times 4 weeks is $120. The total weekly spending from the group, that means all 200, then equates to $6,000. The total monthly revenue for ICE Event Center, $24,000 by 200 people intentionally choosing to spend $30 a week.
That's
Some
awesome.
of you are already doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
More than that.
yeah,
yeah.
that's exactly right. You're spending more. So, what to do? So, what's the call to action? Tomorrow, an event will be posted from the SRM Global Partners page. If you all understand, SRM is a business that I have, is Strategic Resource Management. And so it'll be created from the page and shared. An Eventbrite has been connected to it for tracking purposes. And you can begin inboxing your name, contact phone number, and email address if you wish to be included in the 200. Starting today, you can email srmglobalpartners@gmail.com. Include your name, contact number, and email address. Expect to receive, beginning January 18th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, an email that's sent containing your number, meaning that'll be your number in the 200, and your purchase code and the instructions. So it'll be instructions as to what to do when you have your purchase code. Get ready and to be the first to participate in this structured model to help save businesses in our community, by our community, so we don't have people always coming in with a saving mentality. This is our way to empower ourselves. And the goal, the result we want, as a community, we prove intentional spending in a small individual way can make a major impact when we choose to do it together. And in this model, we did it for the culture.
Hey, man. I like that.
Come on now.
I like that, man.
Ask us
For the
why we
culture,
did it.
huh?
I know y'all don't like him, but that's a
Man.
Sharina, that was very nice.
Yeah, for sure,
I
man.
can see why everybody knocking at your door. You very professional. We could have done that. All three of us together could have done that. You got the gift.
yeah,
You got the
you
glow.
Not at all.
You might have a little Shondo on you. I think my
I
Shondo-
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk about the Shondo, because I am glad the Shondo is moving back to the spiritual realm. 'Cause
There
I
y'all
didn't like the
go.
foolery
Here
of
y'all
the Shondo just because
The
I
Shondo,
couldn't get
listen.
with the Shondo.
My Shondo is like everyone else. It's not a model. It's not just one single way of looking at life. It's everything. It's spirituality. It's humor. It's ratchetness.
Yeah.
Sharina, you got some ratchet in you. So you don't want to admit it, or you looking out to the sky.
I'm trying to
Stop it. Yes, you do.
It's got to be something.
I've seen all
What
types.
is
I've seen.
defined as ratchetness?
I don't.
I've seen
No,
you
I
go.
don't have any
I've seen you go left.
What is oh, you mean like go
I've seen you
off on
turn up.
somebody?
Yeah, I've seen you turn up.
Yeah.
You all nice and demure when you come on the camera, but I've seen you.
Oh no! Don't let this be done. No,
That's what I'm telling
Sharina
you.
is about very much. No,
Right.
you're not gonna.
Right.
So if that's termed as ratchet as me speaking up in situations, oh yeah, no, I'm not.
You can go straight
by no
Scarface. You can go from
means
Queen of
am-
England to Scarface in the same day. You can do it.
You know, I like to put it like, what is it? What is the guy who? Never mind. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, don't say it. Be careful now.
No, I don't.
But I have been posting more polite stuff. I have. My Shondo had a season.
Yeah.
What are you looking
Oh
around
my
for? You
gosh.
got follow me?
His Shondo was
I follow
jacked
you.
up.
I think Shondo is
I
dope.
follow you and I know you. So
I'm the same
I have
person.
no issue with the Shondo.
Thank you.
I have no issue at all.
Is the Shondo 3 months ago the same Shondo today?
I mean, the Shondo evolves.
Evolves. So I will take it as a Shondo growth.
I mean, think his Shondo now has hair.
His Shondo also had glasses the other day. I saw John Lynn.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That's messed up. I get about 12 people who under that put little laughs. I'm coming for you.
Is that right?
You know, I'm Photoshop wizard. I'm about to go crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just sad that I missed the live because he must have been squinting like something.
No, that's just that's John Lindsay. John Lindsay's probably the only. There's two people I don't want to ever debate with on social media. is Jay Wiggins, because he has no filter. He'll go too far. I'm ready to fight him.
Yeah.
And John Lindsay, because he's like an attorney without the degree. He does all the research. He'll have all the shit. I don't want to go that far with him.
I got you.
Those are the only two people I would never want to debate with on social media. I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, man.
But everybody who laughing, you know how it is when you're at school. Everybody ragging, you get ragged on.
You got something? You
laughing? I know you ain't laughing. That's what I'm gonna do. So I know y'all not laughing.
I had somebody want to fight me because of that one.
See?
You know what I'm saying? I was laughing at him. Everybody was laughing, but he picked me to get mad at.
You look around. Oh, I know you not
You
laughing.
think it's funny? He called me a bald-headed bee and everything.
You were
I was
the
like,
easy
"Dang."
target.
I was probably like
He
in
wanted to
third
fight the
grade.
person that was tearing him up, so that anger was built up, but he knew he couldn't get that person.
That's
So he
exactly
thought
what it
you
was.
would be the one that's
Exactly
messed
what it
up.
was. Yeah, I was like, yo.
Which is why I scroll right past the posts.
Yeah.
Everybody knows in ragging, if you grin, you in. you gotta hold it, you gotta tuck it, or try to break it up like y'all stop, man.
I ain't never heard that. But
I'm
you
laughing.
trying to break it up. You trying to break it up.
All right, but sometimes to get my laugh off, I'll be laughing. Y'all stop. No, I'm getting it off. I'm telling y'all to stop. That's why I'm still not in it.
We see through that.
If you
bro.
sit there and you grin and add to the energy of the flame,
Right.
you in. You fair game. You fair game.
That's probably why he was on your ass this past week.
Who?
Donnell was on your ass just for laughing.
Donnell was on your ass for 2 weeks.
He was on your ass.
Nah, it's a little longer than that.
About 2 weeks.
that.
Was it 2 or 3?
Pick it up. Yeah, man.
I think it's a little longer than that.
Let's talk
So
about
what happened, man? Let's talk about
we need to
that.
Talk about the battle.
Sharina
man.
congratulated you, but let's get into it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you hanging out with us or you leaving?
Let's see.
I know you've been reporting. The white man calling you somewhere.
I got about 30 minutes.
All right,
Okay,
bet that.
good.
Bet that.
Oh, I'm just not prepared for what this conversation
No,
might be.
not sure. Come on.
I think you're good.
Okay.
All right, let's go. So what happened, man?
Okay.
Give us the build up of how it came to be, and then talk about the actual experience.
Okay, I think everybody on social media, if you didn't know about it, you was probably under a rock because I had people that I don't know approaching me about this. Donnell Smith, aka Donnell that dude, you all know him. You see him on Facebook, you see his antics, the whole 9 yards. So, yeah, thank you. Somehow, he gets involved in a DJ battle. Him being Mark's friend. They put him in a DJ battle against Baby Luke.
Right.
And, Donnell did what Donnell does. Exactly.
Your ass,
Now,
baby Lou.
DJ Baby Luke, great DJ, good at what he does. Pretty good at talking noise himself. But Donnell is the master of talking noise. Like, he's good at manipulating the mood and the crowd and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
And all it took was him to say, "I'm on your ass, Baby Lou." That got in his head. So, I think at that particular point, everybody started like, oh, okay, this dude might be a problem.
Oh, he's a problem.
So,
Yeah, he's a problem.
from there, he starts his campaign to go in on the DJs. Whether it be to embarrass them or to call them out or just, up their level of performance, whatever it was, he did what he did. So therefore, the next time that he called somebody out, I think it was Music Man.
Okay.
So I had that particular battle to be probably the best battle that I would ever see because you got two people that do a whole bunch of talking. And both of them, neither one of them were going to be on the turntable scratching and doing all that. So I figured that would be the battle of the year. And if you know what happened, then you understand that there was some obliteration that went on. So Donnell gets done and he looks around and he decides to call everybody out. He called Brosco out. Brosco politely, declined. He called a few other people out and the other people politely declined. But then he called me out and I politely declined, but he didn't accept that answer from me. So I was the guy that you were talking about that just kind of, and because he couldn't get to the other guys, he decided to go after me. And he made a whole campaign about it. Like, how many times did he called me on,
He was
Mark
on
called me on three-way with
was
him
on
on the
your
phone.
ass.
He
got
did
his
a
shirt
whole
ready.
video about me. Like, it was a campaign. Everybody else said no. It's like, all right, cool. You said no, cool. I say no, and it becomes a problem.
It was God lining it up.
That must have been what it was.
Well, let me interject. The reason why it became a problem because we were in the back office you were doing your little comment, and he said, Chappelle, shut up, I'll tell your ass up too.
Yeah, he did.
And then you said, Donnell, I will reinvent myself just to beat you.
Yeah.
When you said that,
It was on.
that was a yes.
Yeah.
It was not
That
yes.
yes, it was.
It's not yes.
Well, that was you bucking up to the bully. That was Debo.
I
Said,
mean,
you want
yeah.
some too, old man? You didn't say no. You said I reinvent myself just to beat you. Everybody else said no.
Yeah.
You didn't. So
What I said-
we locked that in as Chappelle's ready if he makes the next round. So that's what happened. So he felt like you said you would do something if you got called out. So when he called you out, now you're trying to renege. That's why he started the campaign. To
Well,
pull you
first
back
off,
in.
there was already a campaign prior to that. See, there were times where Donnell would be talking and you wouldn't be around.
Oh, okay.
So it was already there. I said, if I had to reinvent myself to beat you, then I would. That wasn't saying, hey, I'm ready to step in the ring. Or at least you're going to have to get a few more people under your belt. I didn't think that I became like the focal point right there.
I think this is what happened. Me knowing Donnell, when the Roy thing, he did not know he was gonna beat Roy. Just to be honest, he did not know.
Right.
Roy he came unprepared.
Yeah.
If Roy came prepared with all of his stuff, it'd have been what we thought was gonna be. If he had all of his shit, I'm just telling you, it's my opinion. It'd have been what we thought was gonna be. I feel like Roy dropped the ball, which gave Donnell all the confidence and momentum in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Now he felt like he beat somebody. Donnell finally beat somebody that he respected personally. He didn't respect Baby Luke personally.
Right.
He respected Roy personally.
Right.
So now he feels like, oh, I'm one of
question
the
that,
big dogs now. I talk to him every day. I'm telling you, he felt like, oh, I'm one of the big dogs now.
Yeah.
I can really do this shit. So now he wanted you, because of your background, your pedigree, he wanted to prove to himself.
Yeah.
And I told him he couldn't beat you.
Yeah.
I told you out your motherfucking mind. Now he going around other people getting validation, and other people hyped him up.
Right.
And I said, man, I hear what you're saying. I said Chappelle is a master counter puncher.
Yep.
I use those words. I told you the same thing. I said, Chappelle, you can beat him. You're a master counter puncher.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the talk. That's all the smoke screen.
Right.
Stay on your music and do what you do, and you would win. And I said it won't be a blowout either way, because the guy's actually good. He's not a professional DJ, but he knows music. He knows how to put shit together. But I knew you knew what to play and when to play it. You knew once he goes here, you knew exactly what you had a little smirk on your face. You knew what to pull out next. That's comes from 20-some years experience.
I mean, I get that.
And you were sober.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Roy
actually
got on that hen, and he was on some other shit.
Actually, I wasn't really sober.
Oh, you was that nervous? You took a drink?
Yes.
God damn it, Chappelle.
I mean,
okay, at least you're honest.
Yeah, I'm always be honest. Here's
Alright.
the thing. Now, I'm a backtrack a little bit. I know you're saying that Roy was unprepared.
Yes.
I don't necessarily feel that way. Because
Well,
Roy
right.
didn't have his computer, that means absolutely nothing to me. Why? Because Roy knows music. So the same music that Roy could pull up on his computer could pull up on his phone.
Not necessarily. Now, if you don't have it all on his phone, you got more on your computer you ever gonna have on your phone. You got those external hard drives. Not true.
I get it.
And when you go on to YouTube and shit, now the timing of it coming up is throwing it off.
I get it.
Come on now.
But I guess maybe I'm operating off of the way that I go about it.
How you would have did it, right?
Yeah, like y'all don't know, but half of what I did came from my phone. My computer froze up during the battle. So I hooked in the phone and went through my phone. So no, I'm not giving you the pass. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything against Roy.
It sounds like you are.
Roy, no, I'm not.
Let
I'm
me help you out. I'll help you out. Because since you won, it's going to be different. But no DJ is giving Roy a pass.
None.
Fuck all that.
Okay.
No.
Nobody's giving him a pass
All right.
because whether you're an entertainer, whether you're a whatever you
Crack it
call
window,
yourself,
yeah.
for sure. Whatever you call yourself, the public, meaning everybody outside of you, expects you to be an expert at what they're paying you to do.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So he don't get a pass from none of us. We like, man, yo, you fucked that up, bro.
Okay.
Like, it don't matter what you say. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we've all DJ'd a party where our laptop went out. We've all had an amp go out. We've all had that happen. Donnell had that happen. He learned quick, like, you can plan it out and it still go wrong. So that's why nobody's taking shots at him. We just like, man, we ain't trying to hear that shit, bro.
I think Donnell gained a greater respect too for the craft by having those things go wrong for him. I think he thought it was easier from the outside. Everybody in the crowd swear they're a fucking expert. until they get on that stage and we've seen everybody start sweating.
And that's the same. You said that every time. I remember when we were the first one, right?
Right.
And we was both like, yo, I'm kind of nervous. And I'm like, fuck y'all nervous for? Like, bro, you just don't. But as an entertainer, like, yeah, no, this is not serious. But there's a small part of us that makes it serious because we take our craft serious.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you take Sonny Rice and say, okay, Sonny, I got $100,000 for you to paint this mural, but you got to use my brushes and my paint.
Exactly. It's going to make you nervous. Like,
she's going to be like, damn, yo.
And your reputation is on the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
So me being in the game for however long that I've been in the
24
game.
years. You know, I keep
And
up
so
with
yeah.
He old, yeah.
Thank you. I was kind of
that shit for me, it ain't hell of 24 years, goddamn.
Skip me, black mocha bean. Anyway, so for me to have the experience that I have, and for me to see what he did to a seasoned vet, Music Man is a seasoned vet.
Right.
Regardless of whether he has his computer, he still has his mind. So he can still think of what song is hot and go to his YouTube. And while Donnell's song is playing, that's when you go through your YouTube commercial. Because it's only going to be, what, 30 seconds? 15, 30 seconds. So, yeah, he could have been prepared. So I saw that, and I'm like, oh, shit. So him calling me out and me being known as not being the biggest shit talker, like, that's not my thing.
No, you're
you know,
You
I'll
talking
do
your
it.
shit, though.
I mean, yeah,
once you knew you was in the fight, brother, you start talking.
Actually,
You hit him with the I'm on your ass, Donnells, and everything. You was hitting him.
Because it got old, he kept saying it. And I was like, why are you still saying this? And like, I'm killing you right now. Exactly.
That's the thing about Donnell, though.
Yeah.
He's not gonna. You can't tell somebody like that he lost. He don't believe it. Well, with this, he came back to the office.
Yeah,
he know he lost. Yeah. But like,
he wants a rematch though too.
Yeah, I think
you got to fight somebody else first.
Ooh, what he said?
No, you called me out. I came out. I did what I did. It still didn't shut you up because obviously nothing.
Do they call him on the phone?
Is going to shut.
I think we need to get him on the phone.
Do we need to bring him in?
It don't matter.
Now you big dog Dre. You know, the shoulders all popped up. You big dog Dre today.
I'm still the same humble dude that I was prior to.
I like that.
And actually, I had to have a drink before I went up there. I did. I'm not gonna lie. I
can't believe it.
I'm not gonna put out details because that would be TMI. But let's just say that I'm just gonna say that
you're gonna have to put those on though to hear them.
To hear Donnell?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that I would have been there about 7 o'clock. Notice I didn't get there until 8.
Oh yeah, you showed up like you said, you came in.
There was a reason for that. There are things that I had to do to get myself, to get my nerves.
It's a push. Tell us what you did, man. Hey, sometimes life kicks my ass. I get nervous.
All I'm gonna say is
I want to do the Dre formula.
My nerves in my stomach, and I'm gonna leave it there. I had to sit down.
I was finna
get my nerves out of myself.
You gonna say you had?
I just left it there. I didn't say what it was, but I got there and the nerves were still there because when I got there, ice was packed. Ice
y'all brought the people out.
When I got there, ice looked like pre-COVID ice.
It wasn't that
bad. Yeah, it was. There's people that said that they weren't coming to ice until COVID was over.
Right.
I seen people that I never see.
All the DJs came out.
Exactly.
We got Donnell live on the live right here, man.
Hello. Yo, I can't hear shit. Man, shit plugged in.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm not plugged in.
I'm doing good. What's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. They decided they wanted to discuss the events of Friday. And
what's up, man?
I gave my account.
I can hear
See, he's already ready to get started. I'm giving my account of my view of what you did to the person previous to me. And I say, they wanted to give that other person a pass and say that he wasn't prepared because
that was me.
Okay,
that wasn't everybody. That was me.
Mark wanted to give that guy a pass, and I'm not giving him a pass because, as far as I'm concerned, that guy had the same equipment that you had. So, in all essence, he really still had the upper hand because this is what he does. So, I didn't give him a pass for that. So, when it came down for me, the nervousness that you brought out of me because you did a whole lot of talking, boss. Yeah. I mean, like, you put on, like, a whole campaign. I mean, like, you had me doubt myself, like, damn, am I good? Like,
but am I?
Who am I? And
you had the whole. Hold on 1 second. You had the whole DJ Mob Squad behind me.
Hey, man.
But that didn't matter. It was the crowd that I had. That's how you know.
Hey,
I had the crowd.
Hey, let me tell you something. keep on talking, you're gonna have to rematch.
I mean, that can happen anyway. I mean, I told you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
get
Hey,
some.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Get a few more DJ
tell you
stamps
this.
on your passport, bro, and then I got you. It's nothing.
Ooh.
Hey, you talking shit right now? I'll bust your ass. Now this the deal.
You was supposed to bust my ass the first time.
Hey, anybody? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something because I'm not on the I can't hear you because I'm right here at the table eating steaks. But what I'm gonna tell you right now,
This is a money thing.
what I'm gonna tell you right, let me tell you right now. Hey, I didn't know you could play the same song that somebody played.
I didn't play the same song.
Yeah,
Well,
you
he's
did.
saying when he played
You were behind-
Megan Thee
you were
Stallion,
behind-
you played Megan
Yo,
Thee Stallion. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, if I play Megan Thee Stallion, you play Megan Thee Stallion, that don't look good.
How does it not look good? It's a
Because Ray
DJ
Charles
battle,
can-
bro.
Hey, hold on. Because
A
you
vibe
can watch
battle,
me
excuse me.
dig in my hold on 1 second. You can watch me dig in my record, and you can sit over there with your 30 to 60 seconds and find the same person I'm playing and play the song behind it. So I mean, I gave you your win. I gave you your win.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
But let me hold on. No, let me talk.
Let me talk.
You've been talking. Hold on. You've been talking. You've been talking before I got on here, running your mouth. So my deal is
think you
I
might be a
respect
little
you as a DJ, but for me, hold on, for me to even be in your realm of life and torture you cats is a problem. That's a problem.
I give you
So
credit
I'm
for
gonna
that.
give you your win. I'm gonna give you your win out of respect, but I want a rematch.
That's fine.
Hey, I want a rematch, and I promise you, I put any amount of money on it. I torture.
Ooh.
I promise.
Oh,
I
he
put
upset.
any
He
amount.
big
Matter
man.
of fact,
Whatever's
hey,
clever.
matter of fact, no. I put that on everything,
Oh,
and
wow.
we can do 50 cents on the dollar too.
Ooh.
You get your crumbs together, and I double it.
Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. This is what I want to get into it too. I'm not gonna get into a money battle with you. We're talking strictly. Nah, brother. I'm not gonna let you out talk me, man. Yeah, my crumbs. Nah, you're not gonna do that. We're not gonna be disrespectful with it. All I'm saying to you is this: you had your chance. You asked for it. I gave it to you. You know, it's a vibe battle, and you're talking about me playing the same artist that you played. First off, man, that only happened like 2-3 times.
Right.
The contest was
Nah, that
over,
happened
and you
like
was beat
5 or
before
6
that happened. No, absolutely not.
Let me ask you this.
You had lost previous to that.
Hey, let's go ahead and do it again.
We gonna do it again. That's already the ink is dried on the contract. All you got to do is show up, but you got to fight some other people first.
Ooh.
That's what I'm talking
Big
about.
dog, Chappelle.
I'm not being big dog. All I'm saying is like you're not gonna put it out there like I'm still afraid. Now, will I admit that I was afraid before? Yes. And let me give you your props right quick. Hold on. You know music. You know music. You showed me something that day, and we had a conversation later and said, you know what, man, I think I'm going to buy me some equipment and start mixing. I said, hey, man, I'll help you because I feel like you could be a beast in this industry, so I'm going to give you your credit. However,
I'm gonna keep it all
Steve
right.
Thomas said he got $100 on
I
Dre.
like that.
that's fine.
Who was Steve
I mean,
Thomas?
But from what you're talking about, me playing the same artist as you,
Put it up.
for me
That's
playing
Steve
the
Thomas.
same
Steve Thomas said he
artist
got
as you,
100 on Dre.
like that only happened a few times. So are you saying if we take those
Hey, let's
songs
put it up.
out of the
Put it up.
battle, that
Hey,
I
who
would have
said they got
still
the money on
won?
who?
Steve Thomas said he
Who
got
got the money
100
on
on Dre.
Hey, and then you know who we're gonna keep? We're gonna keep your little agitating chick that had a camera all in my face.
Yeah, I don't know who that was.